This is the brief on the reported spiritual conflict targeting Turning Point USA. So we're looking at a perspective that argues the conservative youth group Turning Point USA, or TPUSA, and its founder Charlie Kirk are basically ground zero in a spiritual war led by Satan. All right, first up, the core claim here is that TPUSA is the biggest threat to the enemy's camp. We're talking about the devil. The source says the devil is most terrified when kids start waking up. In fact, it claims taking out Charlie Kirk was a top priority on Satan's agenda, maybe even higher than President Trump, because Kirk was seen as just that much of an impactful game changer. Second, let's talk about the mission. You might see TPUSA as all politics and economics, right? But this analysis stresses its core message has always been Christ Jesus. The idea is Kirk was commissioned by God to reach Gen Z and Gen Alpha, to deprogram them from the post-woke state, which is described as a perfect ecosystem for demonic activity. And finally, this framing explains how they see the opposition. The thinking goes, the devil can't create, he can only destroy. So any effort to tear down TPUSA is just part of that mission to steal, kill, and destroy. Critics who try to discredit the organization are labeled the devil's children, accused of building nothing positive and instead creating a weapon of mass destruction. So the entire conflict surrounding TPUSA is reframed as a spiritual battle against principalities, authorities, and powers.